India's Parliamentary Committee has summoned the Meta authorities after CEO Mark Zuckerberg's controversial remarks during a podcast. Meta has been asked to appear before the parliamentary panel between the 20th and 24th of January. Zuckerberg claimed that most incumbent governments worldwide, including India's BJP-led NDA, lost elections post-COVID-19. Reacting sharply, BJP MP Nishikant Dubey announced plans to summon Meta, demanding an apology to India's parliament from Zuckerberg. In a post on social media platform X, Dubey wrote, and I quote, "My committee will call Meta for this wrong information. Tarnishing a democratic country's image is unacceptable." Unquote. Zuckerberg's remarks made on the Joe Rogan Experience podcast alleged a global erosion of trust in governments post-pandemic, claiming incumbents, including in India, lost elections. He said, and I quote, 2024 was a very big election year around the world, and all these countries, India, had elections. The incumbents basically lost every single one. There is some sort of a global phenomenon, whether it was because of inflation or the economic policies to deal with COVID, or just how the governments dealt with COVID. It seems to have had this effect that's global, unquote. Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnav dismissed these claims as misinformation and stressed the importance of credibility and facts. The controversy deepened as reports emerged of Zuckerberg proposing to replace Meta's fact-checkers with community notes, a user-driven feature similar to one seen on social media platform X. Critics argue that this could amplify misinformation. This clash between one of the world's largest social media platforms and the Indian authorities underscores the growing scrutiny over the tech giants' influence on political discourse and accountability.
भारतीय संसद जो है एक सॉवरेन पावर है, तो संसद के अधिकार को जो है कोई दूसरा देश चुनौती नहीं दे सकता। यदि भारतीय संसद चाहे तो वो कोई भी डिसीजन ले सकता है। आप समझिए, ऑस्ट्रेलिया में ये लड़ाई हुई कि आप पब्लिशर हैं कि इंटरमीडियरी हैं, आपको पैसा देना पड़ेगा, और ऑस्ट्रेलिया की संसद ने ये तय कर दिया कि आप पब्लिशर हैं, आपको पैसा देना पड़ेगा। अमेरिकी संसद ने जो है यदि इनके ऊपर टैक्स लगाया तो इनको टैक्स देना पड़ा, नहीं चाहते हुए भी इनको टैक्स देना पड़ा। तो इसीलिए सभी, जिस तरह से अमेरिका स्वायत्त है, सॉवरन है, सार्वभौम है, ऑस्ट्रेलिया सार्वभौम है, यूके सार्वभौम है, उसी तरह से हमारी डेमोक्रेसी सार्वभौम है। और ये कमेटी जो है, कमेटी कुछ नहीं है, कमेटी भारतीय संसद ने अपने अधिकार को जो है उस डिपार्टमेंट के अधिकार को आपके ऊपर सौंपा है। तो इसमें सभी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी के रिप्रेजेंटेशन है और इसका जो डिसीजन है वो फाइनल डिसीजन है, और सरकार जो है, हम सरकार को उसके कार्रवाई के लिए कहेंगे और सरकार कार्रवाई करेगी।
A shootout erupted as two factions of the ruling Trinamool Congress in West Bengal clashed in the Kaliaganj area in West Bengal's Malda district, resulting in the death of a party worker. According to sources, a clash broke out between a local TMC leader, Zakir, and regional TMC president, Bakul Sheikh. During the fight, Bakul was seriously injured, while another worker was shot dead. Zakir's group attacked Bakul reportedly, prompting the other to retaliate. Hasu, Bakul's aide, was shot during the fight and later succumbed to his injuries. The incident took place in Kaliaganj area when the TMC leader and the party worker were present at a program organized for the inauguration of a road. Earlier, Trinamool Congress leader Dulal, also known as Babla Sarkar, was shot dead in West Bengal's Malda district. Sarkar, a TMC councillor from Ward 22 of English Bazar municipality, died from his injuries after being shot in broad daylight. Speaking at a gathering in Indore, RSS chief Mohan Bhagwat described the Indian constitution as the quote-unquote most secular in the world, stressing that its creators were inherently secular and deeply influenced by 5,000 years of tradition rooted in the values of Lord Ram, Krishna and Shiva. Bhagwat highlighted the pivotal role of the Ram temple in reviving the nation's cultural identity. Reflecting on the long struggle for its construction, he noted that the journey spanned over 3 decades. Bhagwat recalled telling audiences in the past to stay alive to witness the temple's completion, which has now become a reality. Bhagwat also proposed that the consecration date of the Ram temple in Ayodhya be celebrated as Pratishtha Dwadashi, marking it as the day of true independence for Bharat.
हमारी कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन दुनिया में सबसे सेक्युलर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन। फिर एक सेकंड वो रुके और उन्हें कहा हम कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के कारण सेक्युलर नहीं है, हमारे जितने कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन मेकर्स थे वो सब हमारा नेतृत्व पूरे भारत का, वो मन से सेक्युलर था। फिर एक सेकंड रुके, फिर कहा उन्होंने और वो पहले सेक्युलर नहीं है। 5000 वर्षों की हमारी परंपरा ने हमको सेक्युलरिज्म ही सिखाया। 5000 वर्षों की हमारी परंपरा कौन सी है? वही है जो रामकृष्ण शिव से चली है।
NCP SP Chief Sharad Pawar praised the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh or RSS for its work culture and commitment to its ideology. Sharad Pawar said, and I quote, "I don't support the RSS ideology in particular. However, the commitment of the RSS cadre to its ideology and the party's work culture is commendable. I admire the hard work of the Karyakartas. I have worked with some of the RSS leaders during the Jan Sangh times. I know how they work. I strongly oppose the idea of what RSS is currently doing in the nation." Hitting out at POK Prime Minister Chaudhry Anwarul Haq over his remarks on India, Defence Minister of India Rajnath Singh stated that Jammu and Kashmir is incomplete without Pakistan-occupied Kashmir or POK. On Tuesday, Singh also said that Pakistan is making all efforts to destabilize Jammu and Kashmir.
आज यहाँ हालात काफी हद तक बदले हैं, इस सच्चाई को सभी को स्वीकार करना पड़ेगा। जम्मू कश्मीर बिना पीओके के अधूरा है, भारत के माथे का मुकुट मणि है। वैसे भी पीओके पाकिस्तान के लिए एक फॉरेन टेरिटरी से अधिक कुछ नहीं है। पीओके में रह रही अवाम को एक डिग्निफाइड लाइफ से महरूम रखा जा रहा है। उन्हें मजहब के नाम पर हिंदुस्तान के खिलाफ बरगलाने और उकसाने की कोशिश पाकिस्तान के हुक्मरानों द्वारा यह बराबर की जा रही है। हाल ही में पीओके के इल्लीगल वजीर आजम अनवारुल हक ने हिंदुस्तान के खिलाफ जो जहर उगला है वह पाकिस्तान की ही साजिश का हिस्सा है। पीओके के वजीर आजम अनवारुल हक जो आज कह रहे हैं वही भारत विरोधी एजेंडा पाकिस्तान के हुक्मरानों ने जनरल जियाउल हक के जमाने से चलाया हुआ है। पीओके की जमीन का इस्तेमाल आतंकवाद का खतरनाक कारोबार चलाने में किया जा रहा है। यह बात आज मैं खुलकर कहना चाहता हूं। वहां आज भी आतंकवादियों के लिए ट्रेनिंग कैंप चलाए जा रहे हैं। सीमा से सटे हुए इलाकों में लॉन्च पैड बने हुए हैं, इसकी पक्की जानकारी है। भारत सरकार को सब पता चल रहा है। पाकिस्तान को इनको खत्म करना ही होगा।
Time now to get you all the latest on Fast News. Bihar man held for rape and murder of a 6-year-old girl in Bengaluru's Ramamurthy Nagar. Kerala High Court allows the bail plea of Bobby Chemanur in the sexual harassment case. Karnataka Minister Hebbalkar and brother MLC Chennaraj injured in a major car accident. PM Modi launches Mission Mausam to commemorate the 150th Foundation Day of the Indian Met Department. Devotees gathered at the Triveni Sangam to take a holy dip on the auspicious occasion of Makar Sankranti, marking the first Amrit Snan of the Maha Kumbh Mela of 2025. Authorities are expecting a record number of devotees for the Snan, following over 1.7 crore people taking the holy dip on the first day of the Maha Kumbh. The holy dip began at 5:30 a.m. with akhadas proceeding one after the other. Shri Panchayati Akhada Mahanirvani and Shri Panchayati Atal Akhada were the first to perform the Amrit Snan. The 45-day-long Mahakumbh Mela, the largest spiritual gathering on earth, officially began on Monday with the auspicious observance of Posh Purnima. This sacred event is expected to draw an estimated 15 million devotees to the Triveni Sangam, the confluence of the Ganga, Yamuna and the mythical Saraswati rivers, where they take a holy dip as part of the grand rituals. The Mela commenced with the Shahi Snan on Posh Purnima, coinciding with a rare celestial alignment that occurs only once every 144 years, adding to the event's profound spiritual significance. The celebrations will continue until the 26th of February, with major bathing rituals or Shahi Snans scheduled for today and then the 29th of January on Mauni Amavasya and on the 3rd of February for Basant Panchami. To ensure the safety of the massive gathering, NDRF teams and Uttar Pradesh Police's water police units have been deployed at the Sangam, maintaining stringent security throughout the event.
Today's day is very auspicious when it comes to the entire Mahakumbh. Today is the 14th of January, and today is the day when the first Shahi Snan has been taken by the seers and by the saints of the Akhadas. In fact, these are the visuals of the general public who are taking a holy dip in the Triveni Sangam. Holes and holes of people over here you can see. And in fact, on the other side also, I'll request my video journalist Rahul Singh to show you the visuals from that side too. You can see the huge influx of devotees continues to be there towards the Triveni Sangam. Well, today's day is double special because it's not just the Shahi Snan or the Amrit Snan, but also today is Makar Sankranti. Well, today's day is very auspicious too. The reason is that today the alignment of the planets changes, and that is why today's days become very special. Well, the 13th of January, which was yesterday, had an alignment of Jupiter, Sun and Moon in a single line, and now the Sun turns towards a different side, and in fact in Hindi or in Sanskrit we call it Uttarayan. So that is why today's day also holds a very important significance. Well, till 26th of February, the Maha Kumbh will be happening, and the next Shahi Snan will be on 29th of Jan.
The digital Maha Kumbh is a seamless blending of ancient traditions with modern technology. From information, management, grievances to security, everything in this Maha Kumbh is also the Maha Sangam of technology and devotion. From chatbots to drones and even AI, the Maha Kumbh this time is smart. By providing easy access to reliable information, the authorities are trying to ensure that devotees and tourists can focus on the spiritual aspects of the Maha Kumbh without logistical challenges.
High-tech security, AI-based CCTV cameras,
2700 करीब कैमरे लगाए हैं यहाँ पर, वो AI enabled हैं कैमरे.
aerial and underwater drones,
You can see reader drones have been used for the first time.
anti-drone system,
Also, you got anti-drone system so that any rogue drone which comes into the area, it will be handled.
digital land allotments and computerized lost and found centers.
ये कुंभ जो है दिव्य भी है, भव्य भी है, स्वच्छ भी है और डिजिटल भी है.
Mahakumbh 2025 is completely digital. Mahakumbh in Prayagraj is known for the confluence of Ganga, Yamuna and Saraswati, the sacred confluence. Mahakumbh is also the confluence of devotion and technology. And you can see on the board, there are various QR codes displayed here. And if you scan these QR codes, let me scan one of them for you. And if you open this option, you'll see the numbers of all the emergency services displayed here. Administration, Mela administration's code, QR code, and you will see all the numbers of administration will be displayed.
So that is for the public, that through them they can connect to our social media accounts, so that either they can share info or they can get info from us.
हम लोगों ने हर चीज़ों को QR कोड पे लगा दिया। जो भी सामान जो परचेज हो रहा है मेले में, उसका यूज कैसे होगा, आगे उसका क्या रख रखाव होगा, वो सब QR कोड बेस्ड मॉनिटरिंग होगी। आप देख सकते हैं उदाहरण के तौर पे, जैसे जो शॉल स्लीपर लगते हैं, जो अभी पॉन्टून ब्रिज आप क्रॉस करके आई हैं, उस पर लकड़ी के शॉल स्लीपर्स लगते हैं, वो भी QR कोड से मॉनिटर्ड हैं। टॉयलेट्स जो हमारे सैनिटेशन के हैं वो भी QR कोड बेस्ड इनेबल्ड हैं। वहाँ पर भी QR कोड को आप स्कैन करके उसके टॉयलेट की क्लीनलीनेस का स्टेटस वगैरह कोई भी पब्लिक मोबाइल पे डाल सकती है और तत्काल उसका रिस्पांस होता है। हमारी वेबसाइट है जिस पे मतलब वन शॉट क्लिक पे ही आप सारी इन्फॉर्मेशन कुंभ की पा सकते हैं।
बहुत सारे लोग पूरे भारत से आएंगे यहाँ, तो अपने मोबाइल से खुद कर सकते हैं। किसी को पूछने की भाषा की प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगी, किससे पूछें, कहाँ जाएं, कैसे करें। बस हम लोग थोड़ा मिस करेंगे जो खोया पाया विभाग जो पहले चिल्लाते रहते थे, फलाने देवी अपने परिवार के पास आ जाए टाइप, वो इस बार नहीं होगा।
फॉरेनर्स भी बहुत आएंगे इधर, तो अगर डिजिटल नहीं होगा तो उन्हें भी बहुत इशू होगा। सो इन माय ओपिनियन डिजिटल होना काफ़ी अच्छा है।
सिक्योरिटी एंगल था, उसमें हम लोगों ने ICCC से इंटीग्रेट करके 2700 करीब कैमरे लगाए हैं यहाँ पर। वो AI इनेबल्ड हैं कैमरे।
AI is being used for the first time at this scale in the Mela, and we have got several parameters. So let us say crowd density, which is the biggest problem for us. So we're given a parameter that if the crowd increases beyond this point, the AI will automatically alert us. So you can understand that instead of visual decisions, we can get an alert already beforehand that the density has increased. Similarly, you can see feeder drones have been used for the first time. Normal drones, they fly for, let us say, half an hour, 1 hour max. These will be up in the sky from 8 hours to 12 hours. So it will be, and from the height, they can coverage all the movement of the pilgrims. So they can also show which areas are vacant if you want to make a diversion, where to send them. Also, you got anti-drone system, so that any rogue drone which comes into the area, it will be handled.
To ensure the safety and security of the pilgrims who arrive in Prayagraj to take a dip in the holy confluence of Ganga, Yamuna and Saraswati at the Sangam, an underwater drone is being deployed so that if there is some emergency underwater, somebody starts drowning or is drowned, so this camera in this underwater drone can locate that person and he can be rescued as soon as possible. This can dive up to 100 meters deep inside water, and because of its high-end technology, it can work in lesser light conditions also.
We have got robotic voice, so if somebody actually...
You're watching News9, I'm Krishna Kumar. The Indian Navy is set to bolster its maritime strength with a significant milestone. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will commission 3 warships: INS Surat, a destroyer, INS Nilgiri, a frigate, and INS Vagsir, a submarine, on the 15th of January. This marks the first time 3 naval platforms will be inducted on the same day. A proud moment for India's naval capabilities. This achievement comes amidst growing concerns over China's rapidly expanding naval power. Beijing now boasts the world's largest navy with 234 warships, surpassing the US Navy's 219. However, India faces challenges with lengthy lead times for new introductions. INS Surat, the last in a series of 12 destroyers, will be followed by another destroyer only a decade from now. Similarly, INS Wagshir, the sixth and final submarine in a 20-year-old order, will have its successor in 2032. While India strengthens its defences, China continues to add an equivalent of one Indian Navy to its fleet every 8 years, a pace that underscores the urgency for India to ramp up its naval modernization. The upcoming 2028 Los Angeles Olympics is drawing fresh scrutiny as wildfires, climate change and infrastructure challenges raise critical questions about the city's readiness. California is no stranger to wildfires, but the year-round nature of these disasters has turned the state into a tinderbox. The Palisades fire has devastated parts of Malibu, evoking distressing scenes of destruction that many experts say are sadly predictable. The upcoming games bring that conversation back into focus, especially with July offering no reprieve from wildfire risks. The city is grappling with not only natural disasters but also man-made challenges. Wildfires, fueled by Santa Ana winds and exacerbated by climate change, continue to scorch fire-prone regions. Compounding the problem are issues of urban sprawl and outdated zoning laws that have pushed communities closer to high-risk landscapes. Even President Biden has warned that recovery efforts may take billions.
First, I want to share an update on where things stand now, as we know. One, over the past few weeks, state and local and federal firefighters were able to prevent the largest fires from moving into new areas. In other words, they've been able to contain the fires. 14% containment in the Pacific Palisades has been, that's how much has been contained. 33% in the fire in Pasadena, 95% in Sumar, and the fire in Ventura has been 100% contained. And that's progress. And you know, although the federal government is going to cover 100% of the cost for the next 180 days for things like firefighter overtime pay, debris removal, temporary shelters, it's going to cost tens of billions of dollars to get Los Angeles back to where it was. So we're going to need Congress to step up to provide funding to get this done. And we're going to get that done, God willing.
Energy infrastructure poses another risk. While California has made strides in renewable energy, strong winds and downed power lines remain a leading cause of some of the state's worst wildfires. Critics argue more needs to be done to modernize and secure the grid. Even LA's Mayor Karen Bass has noted logistical hurdles in ensuring public transit for athletes and spectators, raising concerns about disaster preparedness. Efforts are underway to mitigate these issues, including electric buses and solar energy projects aimed at achieving a net zero emission event. But the specter of smoke, poor air quality, and potential disasters looms large for outdoor events. Experts emphasize that these wildfires should serve as a wake-up call for event organizers to adapt to climate realities. As the world prepares to watch the 2028 Olympics, Los Angeles stands at a crossroads. Will the Games be a showcase of resilience or a cautionary tale?